Yeah, it's time for
All
the main
right.
event, the main NFC East showdown.
Yeah.
All right.
Take it away, Earl.
Okay. GG's, Maurice.
GG's.
All right. The Dallas Cowboys, call it a comeback. Came back, beat the Philadelphia Eagles 24-21. It was a 21-0. Pretty much, if you're playing Madden, if you get 21-0, you got skunked past the sticks. But this time around, my team didn't quit. And that was one thing that I thought was like, hey, keep fighting. The more and more you're fighting, we'll see how this game finishes into the finish line. And Aubrey hit a game-winning field goal. One thing that I could say in this game, you could say, wow, this was a great win. But into the bad, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is probably the worst coaching game I've seen Brian Schottenheimer coach. And I've seen him do masterclass performances, but this one, too aggressive. This one, the game really was built like a chess match, but you constantly was being so aggressive that you failed to realize what ignites your offense. And for some who knows math, quick math, 4 + 3 = 7. And from that, you saw that when you got George Pickens involved, the offense woke up. And for that, right now, George Pickens is what juices the offense to get things going. And I have a receiver, my star receiver, not himself. I'm going to get to him later. But what I saw from this game, I saw my team pretty much be too aggressive to the point that it felt like their soul was getting taken, to regaining their soul and putting that effort in on how hard you work and you go out there and get it. And the more and more I saw that, I saw more and more of a connection with Dak and Pickens, where in this matchup, they had the highest rating of 134.4 of a quarterback and wide receiver duo. And with that, it just shows how much that George Pickens means to this team. And no doubt in my mind, I want him to stay in Dallas. I know I've talked about that before. I'm tired of beating the dead horse. You know how I feel about the situation. Schottenheimer, I understand you used to play quarterback. Yeah, I had to do my research on this. He used to be a quarterback. So no doubt in his mind, his first thing is throw the ball. But when you're in the red zone, you throw the ball 3 times, but you don't run it. It doesn't make sense. The football guys was on your side this game to the point that you saw your team work so hard. And I do believe God is a Dallas Cowboy fan. Everybody want to fight me with that? Go ahead. I'm ready to box. But in the situation of it is that your team, the defense, pitches a shutout for 35 minutes. Pitches a shutout to get you back into the game, and you almost give the game away from it. Look, I didn't know how I was going to come into like talking about this, where it was like, is it going to be happy? Is it going to be mad? Is it going to be sad? I'm somewhere in the middle right now because I know that I saw my team do something that I really haven't seen them do this season. But it also shows the character of my team, that all the hard work that Schottenheimer has put in this team shows the resiliency of this team. The new additions added, Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams is making an immediate impact. In 2 games, he has over 16 pressures with a sack, just being a major threat. And League, I asked you a question. Do you still give this trade grade an F? I'll leave that for a later time. The more and more I'm seeing him out there playing, he's making a strong example on how the defensive tackle position should be played. And it helps the guys around. It helps Osa. It helps Kenny Clark. It helps the edges, Ezraku, Fowler, Sam Williams. And credit to Sam Williams, he made a play. I know he's been getting a lot of heat this past season. Got to strip the Saquon of the ball when you needed it most. And I want to highlight this one player on my defense, Elijah Clark. If y'all go see the highlight, man got blown up twice, put on his back, kept fighting. And that's the one thing that I like about what Schottenheimer is building, is that he's building a team. You play until you hear the whistle. Elijah Clark got blown up, still made down the field, popped the dude, fumble. That was get the ball back. You can't tell me that type of stuff is like taught, but when you see it in real time, it shows the heart there. So I want to give salute to Elijah Clark for that, because I think that might have been one of the play of the game this season, because it shows that you get knocked down, but you keep fighting, and then you make the immediate play. That was a phenomenal play. But my offense, you got to stop being sugar high when it comes to passing in the red zone. Be smart when you pass. Run the football. Javonte Williams was cooking. And you're telling me you couldn't feed him the ball? Inexcusable. Schottenheimer, you got to be better. I'm going to shift to the good. My defense, my corners, they came back down to earth. I understood they played better in the Raiders game, but in this game, it was a challenge. And I needed to see how they progressed in that. And right now, they came back down to earth. Welcome back, guys. Galen Carson, Shavon Ravel, they're still getting their football legs under them, but they played a little more sound, but there's a lot more discipline that goes into playing corner. Hopefully we get Diggs back, because I know this game I thought Diggs was coming back, so maybe the game against the Chiefs, he might be returning. So only time will tell with that. But my defense, I got to give credit to them. They pitched a shutout in the second half, and it's hard for me to kind of pat my defense on the back and be like, hey, good job, y'all. Good job. Because it seemed like every single time that they line up, an offense feels like when you play the Dallas defense, this is where your dreams come true. It looked like that in the first half. Second half, nightmare. But I give credit to the front four for that. Quinnen Williams, immediate impact. The one-on-ones that you get now that you have Quinnen Williams, that's key. That's one thing that's going to execute correctly. And offense-based, Pickens is the guy that ignites the offense. But I got to talk to CeeDee Lamb real quick. CeeDee Lamb, you got to stop pressing, bro. Your time is coming. But you cannot overreact the way that you reacted after that fourth down that you dropped the ball. You dropped 3 key balls in this game. You dropped 4 in the first matchup. That's a total of 7 against a top-notch team. We need you. We need you in this situation. You redeemed yourself some in this game. You made big plays when you did. But those catches, you honestly could have got a first down. You could have gotten a touchdown. And maybe, just maybe, CeeDee Lamb, you're pressing too much. Settle down. I need you to settle down, dude. Because your time is coming with that. No one is doubting what you can do, CD. You are that dude. But I think he's having kind of a mental, I mean, like a mental thing, but he's going through it this season. I think most of it kind of deals with losing his friend to the Packers. And I'm talking about number 11, where they were best friends, but not having his friend here, he was one of those players that was feeling most of the effects of it. And maybe that kind of got in his head and created a demon. But CD, I got you back, man, and Cowboys Nation got you back. You just got to go out there, rebound. Next game you got is against the Chiefs. My player of the game in this game is George Pickens. George Pickens is continuing to be that dude. And right now, he's the wide receiver 1 right now. But credit to what the guys did in this game. And Eberflus, I got to give you credit as well. You're utilizing the pieces that you are using right now. And I know I want to criticize you, but I also got to give you that credit too, because you executed what you needed to and pitched a shutout in the second half. So credit to you. And yeah, I'll talk more on the Chiefs matchup in my barbershop talk, but I digress.
All right. Once again, GG's, Earl. GG's.
GG's.
Let me get into the Eagles part of this. This was something I foresaw coming. If you listen to our barbershop talk last week in our matchup, I picked the Cowboys to win this game. I picked the Cowboys to win this game in August when we did our preseason predictions. It's hard to sweep the Cowboys. It's 1-1. We was going to go down to Dallas, and I knew it was going to be a tough matchup. What went really wrong in this game is, and Earl mentioned it about his team, and the same thing for mine, and it was even worse. Our coaching was atrocious. The coaching staff, specifically on the offense, Nick Sirianni and our offensive coordinator, Kevin Patullo, did a horrendous job in this game. You can't come out and score touchdowns in the first 3 drives and go scoreless for the next 40 minutes of football. That's hard to win. Hard to win against a really competitive team, especially a team that can be dynamic on offense if all the cylinders are going like the Cowboys offense. We went over 40 minutes without scoring a point. Missed a field goal. And Jake Elliott has been pretty good this season. He missed a field goal. His Aubrey missed a field goal. That was more shocking. I couldn't believe that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a game that's been kind of similar to a lot of Eagles games this season. In this case, they lost. Now, let me say this. Let me preface this by saying that I think this team is going to be okay. I thought if we would have lost last week to the Lions, that would have been a bigger loss than the loss to the Cowboys. And I know it's divisional, but for conference seeding and all of that, the win against the Cowboys was more important than the loss to the Cowboys. Now, I will say that in regards to this game, we win a lot of our games based off of talent, pure talent. And I think that specifically on offense, the coaching holds this team back a lot. Now, don't get me wrong now. I put some of the blame, minor part of the blame on the quarterback, Jalen Hurts. This wasn't a great Jalen Hurts game. Although he did pass for 289, had a touchdown. This wasn't a good Jalen Hurts game. Stayed in the pocket a lot, missed some reads, didn't throw to the right person on a lot of those pass plays. In particular, the Saquon play that he fumbled the ball, A.J. Brown was wide open, and he just missed him. He didn't even turn his head around, missed him. But that's a minor part of the issue right now. I think right now is, and I mentioned this in the matchup as well, consistency, confidence, and strength were the 3 keys I mentioned in this game coming up. The offense was not consistent. This is not consistent. Now you could say that the Cowboys defense did what they had to do. Cool. But those first 3 drives, they went down the field and scored. They could have easily kept that momentum, but they didn't. They weren't consistent. That comes down to what the offensive coordinator does in his play calling. Situational. How does he react to what the defense is giving him? And so far this season, Kevin Patullo hasn't done that. He simply hasn't done that. He's not a situational coordinator or a situational coach where he can make those adjustments in game. That's his biggest weakness. He might could script the first 15 on a Thursday night or a Friday in the Eagles facilities, but in the game, once you see what the defense is giving you, they're playing the run, they're giving you the pass. What do you do? Do you come out and you go empty backfield? Do you go gun? Do you go bunches? What do you do to counteract what the defense is giving you? And Kevin Patullo hasn't done a great job of that so far. I see a lot of Philadelphia Eagles Twitter talking about fire Kevin Patullo. At this point in the season, can't do that. It's too late in the season. You're coming up into December now. You can't fire the offensive coordinator now. I know they kind of did that 2 years ago, but that was a different situation. Not the same. And I see people talk about that as well. Is this 2023? No, it's not the same because the defense is way better this year. Defense is actually being coached by a great coordinator in Vic Fangio. We've got some injuries now. We'll see how they adjust to that coming up. We lost Andrew Makuba, fractured ankle. There's a chance we lose him for the season. That's tough. Got some good news.
Speedy recovery.
Yeah, speedy recovery. Got some better news with Lane Johnson. He might not be out for the whole regular season. He might come back before the end of the season, which is good. We need him, definitely, because Fred Johnson was giving up some costly penalties in that Cowboys game that really hurt us.
That dude is humongous, dude, man. I'm like, where do you keep finding these linemen?
Yeah.
It's insane. This is a monster.
Yeah, he is. He's big, man. Buddies. So he was giving up some penalties. And speaking of penalties, the Eagles were very undisciplined in this game. And that goes back to coaching as well. 14 penalties. 14 penalties. 14 penalties. That's too much. You're the Super Bowl champions. You should be playing a lot better than this in November. 14 penalties will lose you a lot of football games. And on top of that, 2 turnovers. 2 turnovers against a team that was gaining their momentum on offense, which the Cowboys were. And I don't know if I tweeted this or not, but I said it like in the second quarter. This game is not over. This game is not over. The Cowboys were going down the field. They had some drops, penalties, and such, which halted their momentum, their drives. But they were going down the field. George Pickens was beating up on Adoree Jackson.
All of them.
He had a great play against Cooper DeJean as well. Cooper DeJean didn't look back, and he caught a pass right over him. Iffy defensive pass interference. Iffy. But hey, take him when we get him.
It was a bang-bang.
Yeah, it was bang-bang. Overall, our defense, I'm not mad at our defense because the defense held up as much as they possibly could. And at the end of the day, the Cowboys scored 24 points. The offense...
I did say in the barbershop talk, whoever got the 24.
You did say that. Yes, you did. Whoever got 24 first. And that was the game.
Mm-hmm.
That was the game. Yeah, Lucas, I don't want to hurt your arm anymore. Go ahead.
No, you're good. No, just it wasn't the fact that you had 2 turnovers. It's that they were on back-to-back possessions. Not even back-to-back possessions, back-to-back plays. That was a gift from the football gods to the Cowboys. Yeah, no, you mentioned it. I just wanted to clarify that. And then the other thing I wanted to note is, and I just want to revisit this point a little bit. This was a terrible Saquon game. This was a terrible running game for you guys. This was
Saquon's worst game as an Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
I think he rushed for
22 yards on 10 carries.
For 10 carries, 22.
He actually had more yards receiving. He had 52 yards receiving.
Why is Tank Bigsby only getting one run either, too? Like, he's effective if you give him the touches.
Well, that really comes down to coaching again.
He only had 1 carry.
Overall, the Eagles only had 18 rushes this whole game.
That's oh gosh.
Now, don't get me wrong. The Cowboys are playing the run. A lot of teams this season have been playing the run. They don't want Saquon to go off. And that's kind of the Eagles' identity as a whole. I mentioned earlier in the season, once again, I hate to be the person that keeps saying I mentioned it earlier in the season, but I did say that the Eagles may need to change their identity on offense.
The question is,
a little more passing.
Can Hurts
it's not even about
consistent
Hurts. It's not the quarterback. Your offensive coordinator have to put you in positions. If the offensive coordinator is calling a out to AJ Brown and he's double teamed, and the second read is Dallas Goedert up the middle, and it's a bang bang play, and they're getting blitz. What do you want the quarterback to do? The quarterback can call an audible in that situation.
Yeah, he never does. But okay.
Yeah, I mean, he never really does. Audibles are something that Jalen Hurts needs to work on, but I mean, your coordinator has to put you in your offense in a position to win. I mean,
That's
they
fair.
don't even. And one of the biggest weapons of Jalen Hurts is he's a dual threat quarterback. They don't even call design runs anymore.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I haven't even seen him really run this year.
No,
outside of the tush push. By the way,
well, the tush push doesn't count.
Well, and I have a conspiracy theory about the tush push. Are you ready for this?
Oh God, here we go.
I think they're purposely not calling offsides, so when they come back to it again during the offseason, they can say, "Hey, see, this play is callable because we can't even notice. Our referees can't call offsides because we can never tell." Just saying.
I'm done with the tush push. It's going to get banned. It's going to get banned.
Maurice, I'm done with it.
It's going to get
Done
banned.
with it.
JT's in deep. He's pondering over there.
Oh no, not pondering. Are you finished?
I'm good.
Who's your player of the game, Maurice? Because I missed a segment on mine real quick.
My player of the game. Oh, geez. Only when I have a player of the game.
I say give it to AJ.
I mean, AJ had 8 catches for 110 yards and a touchdown. That's another thing too. It's another thing too. We can't run an offense to get one player happy. We can't do that. I mean, you can't run an offense and your sole purpose is, hey, let's get the ball to AJ so he can be happy and engaged into the offense.
I think it's more than just AJ. I think AJ notices that there's no excitement going into your offense. And maybe it's not just him. Maybe he's speaking up for Smitty, he's speaking for Goddard and Dotson and things of it. You gotta account that your offense was pretty much high scoring last season. But that was also to the account of your run game. But maybe from what they're seeing from Patullo, is not to what it was last season, and maybe that's probably the problem. But it also accounts there that AJ he's been saying that it's just not he's not feeling it. But if you're looking at it, it's like the offense isn't exciting where it can get exciting. It's just
the offense for if you're looking at it from a defensive standpoint. The Philadelphia Eagles offense is very predictable. Very predictable. If you see another lineman come in, more than likely the Eagles are going to run the football. And I don't want to be a broken record on this. So going forward, I'm not going to be ranting about the Eagles offense. This is it for that. It is what it is at this point. We just got to live with it. Hopefully the talent can supersede whatever the coaching is giving them when it comes to their offense. But the chances of this team repeating as Super Bowl champions are very slim if this is the type of offense they're putting out on the field every game.
Yeah, look,
it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah, look, right now the favorites in the NFC should be the Rams. And I'm going to talk about them a little bit in my segment, actually, which is crazy.
Before you go to yours, I wanted to say this. I want to give credit to my boy Dak Prescott. He's the all-time passing leader in Cowboys history. He passed Tony Romo.
I forgot to tweet about that. Shoot.
Yep.
I'll do that later.
Not a problem. I'm happy for Dak there, and I saw him kind of rewind the clock back and leap in the end zone. I haven't seen that in about 8 years. So, hats off to you, Dak. You balled out, and I also want to give credit to both quarterbacks in this game. Both top 10 quarterbacks did their thing when they needed to. So, respect.
Yeah, I mean, this was also a great showcase of our receiver core. All 4 receivers showed out in this game. They all had great plays. Devontae had a great catch. It looked like he was parallel to the ground and caught the football. That was crazy. CD had some drops, but CD was definitely a key part of this game as well. Right now, George Pickens is your receiver 1. What you think?
I had a feeling. I wasn't saying it just to say it. And hey, he hit 1,000 yards. He's got more yards than the Steelers
whole receiving core
touchdowns.
Yeah,
so
crazy work.
We'll see what happened there. But Yeah.
Yep.
Pickens, yeah, he's definitely ignites the offense. Um, yeah, I'm happy that he's here. I don't want him to go. I just feel that 1-2 combo with him and Lamb, should be here for years to come, but time will tell. You go ahead, Lucas.
Yeah, just two quick thoughts on your guys. First off, the Eagles are still 8-3, so let's not like panic.
Yeah,
It's the end
not
of
the
the
end of the
world.
world.
Okay.
Not the end of the
Yeah.
world.
One game at a time.
Yeah. The other thing is, and this is just a quick question to Maurice. Does it feel like there's going to be an eventual divorce between Brown and the Eagles this upcoming offseason?
Good question. I could see it. I
Okay.
wouldn't be shocked at all if he got traded. I
Okay.
would not be. Devontae Smith can be your number one. I think the issue with AJ is he won the Super Bowl. Now this year he wants the stats, for a future payday. In a way, it's business, so I get it, but also it's a little selfish, especially when you put it out there on social media and stuff like that. You can keep it in house and be selfish. I mean, you can keep it to yourself and be selfish. I mean, that's what it says.
Look,
but I mean,
yeah.
Well, receivers
me and you both,
as a whole, they're divas. Like
they can't escape
they
that.
want the ball. So
and look, me and you both cover the NBA. We both know that when it comes to contract years, people always want to put up the big numbers. So that being said,
didn't he just get paid?
It's been 3 seasons now.
I thought it was 2. Didn't he get the contract? Wait, it was 2 seasons ago he got the contract, right?
Yeah, but wasn't it just a 3-year deal?
I'm looking at it now.
I know it was recent.
So he signed a 3-year, $96 million contract extension with the Eagles in 2024. So
he's got one more. More year. Oh
yeah.
Well, there could be a divorce, maybe.
There's a bunch of void years in it, which go to 2029. That's a classic Howie Roseman move. If you don't know about void years, then you read up on that.